Hello, it's the Metropolitan Tour, and I'm coming to you from the streets of Berlin, where I'm going to pull some pipes for Rosalina Chef, or as I like to think of her, Rosalina Pastry Chef, because of her entourage of a pastry cart and glider that she comes along with. So, if you watched my Amsterdam pipe pulls, you probably know that I'm a big fan of Rosalina, and I explain the story of why. If we look in my drivers, just as a little kind of executive summary, scroll down to kind of the most recent Rosalina alts, you'll see 6 double cap, 6 double cap, 6 double cap. So you could probably guess that I would want to pull for a Rosalina alt anyway. But what you may not know is that I am also very interested in a certain class of items in the game, which are the pastry items. Shy Guy Pastry Chef, who you see in the postcard there from the first Paris tour. And of course a lot of carts and gliders that are pastry themed, including 2 new ones that are in this pipe. If we check out this pipe right here, you can see that the Sweet Ride and the Candlelight Flight Cake are in the spotlight, and Rosalina Chef is driving them through Berlin. So let's take a look at some of the other pastry items so I can show you what we have in the game. When I was growing up, our parents took us to the grocery store and let us get donuts for Saturday morning a lot of the time. There were like strawberry or raspberry filled donuts. There were some that were chocolate all the way through. There were some that had like chocolate icing and then custard inside, or like a Boston cream donut. So there are a couple donut gliders in the game. The strawberry donut, which has been really good for my account, it was one of the first that I pulled when I was first starting out the game, and had really good coverage, and still covers a lot of those old courses for me now. It was at 4 out of 5. I just collected it as a gold pass gift earlier today. I took it to 5 out of 5, so you can see that it's at level 7, and still a lot of the old courses that it covers are still very useful to me. It's also on Berlin Byways 2RT, which has returned, the one where you drive on the train track, and it's in the first week ranked cup, so I'll be using the strawberry donut there. The chocolate donut is the other donut. That was in a premium challenge card last Halloween, whenever we went to London Loop 3, and Waluigi Vampire was there. I actually bought that and bought it for my sister, for her to buy the premium challenge card, because I wanted her to be able to have it, because it was such a big thing that we loved getting the donuts at the grocery store when our parents took us out when we were kids growing up. So I thought it was cute that we both have the chocolate donut together. I took it to level 3, I think, for coverage on some of the London courses that tour, so I'll probably end up using it again during this tour on at least one of those. But those are the donut gliders. There are also 2 crepe gliders. A lot of these pastry items were themed around Paris, like you can see the postcard right there from when Paris was in the was added to the game as a track. The strawberry crepe I tried to get in the Peach vs. Daisy tour a year ago, Valentine's. I was not able to get strawberry crepe, but it did show up again last fall, or like about 5 or 6 months ago, or 6 or 7 months ago. So I have the strawberry crepe, which I like racing in multiplayer, particularly with some of the like pink colored drivers, like some of the Toadettes. They look pretty good with the strawberry crepe. There's a chocolate banana crepe, which I have that at level 4 and double capped. Nintendo has this big thing, like they think that cap tickets are like the most valuable item, but like at that time I obviously had more cap tickets than level tickets, because I couldn't take it past level 4, but I'm like, okay, I have enough cap tickets, I'm gonna double cap it. It does cover me on some of the Calamari Deserts still, and let's look. If you look down through here, it has some of the London 3 courses, which is probably when I took it up. Los Angeles 2. It does cover me on a couple assumed value tracks, and I think it might show up in one of the courses that's in this current tour. But all these pastry items I really enjoy. Not just those crepes and donuts as gliders, but you also have in carts the macarons, which are also Paris themed. So if you go and look in the macaron cart, this was actually one of the earliest high-end items that I pulled, also because I started a few weeks, about 2.5 weeks before the first anniversary tour. And in first anniversary tour, of course, Paris Promenade came back, and the macaron cart was one of the carts that was juiced in the pipe, where the city items had higher odds than the normal items. So I was able to pull the macaron, and this is about 1.5 years when I started playing, after I had visited Paris for the first time. So a macaron is a little cookie that you can see in the image there that they will sell you in Paris. The touristy place to go is La Durée, is the name of the macaron shop. Actually, after I got back from Paris, a student brought me a gift. They were bringing me tea as a teacher gift, but they walked in with this green, you can't see because of the green screen very well, but this green bag, and I was like, that's a La Durée Paris bag. And she was like, yes, it is a La Durée Paris bag. And she was bringing it to me just as a gift bag with tea that she had bought in the US. But La Durée is a really nice place to go. In the US around where I live, they have another French bakery that's like French themed that makes macarons. You can get them at the grocery store too, and they have various levels of quality. I'm sure they're not quite as good as the real thing, but I don't have the real thing that often, so I don't know. So to me, that is the real thing. So you got the macaron, which I have at level 6, and there's the Choco Macaron, which I was able to pick up in the tour that I mentioned. The Choco Macaron and the Choco Macaron I got it's in the standard high-end pool, so I got it this winter, but the Chocolate Banana Crepe I picked up in the Peach vs. Daisy tour last Valentine's. So those are the pastry carts. There's actually a couple other carts that I'm pretty excited for that in my mind go along with it because they're the tea-themed items, and one of them at least, the Lime Tea Coupe, debuted in a Paris tour. I think the Super Tea Coupe, which is the lemon one, actually debuted in a London tour and with Rosalina Detective. So I got that up to level 2 because I had it from before, and now it was a Gold Pass tour gift today. And the Lime Tea Coupe, which debuted in the Paris tour last year. And I was not able to get it because I was actually traveling like both weeks of the Paris tour last summer, so I didn't pull any of those pipes. But it was added to the standard pool, and I think I actually got it in the Wario vs. Waluigi tour because it was like with Peach Vacation. It was the cart associated with her in the Team Waluigi pipe, the special coin boxer pipe, which I went into a couple times. So that's when I got the Lime Tea Coupe, took it to level 2. I think I used it on one of the Wario Shipyard courses or something like that. And since it is in the Premium Challenge card, this week it will be at level 3, and I'll be able to use it on a couple courses. And the tea coupes are actually really exciting to me because while eating pastries, I like to have tea, and I'm a big fan of tea. Students get me mugs, for example. Awesome teacher mug, this nice teacher gifts that I got. This one has the Marauders map. You can see it starting to change back because it changes color. It's a Harry Potter mug that changes color when you pour the water in. So that's hot right now, so that's why the Marauders map is shown on there. I've got this tea that I like, which is called Paris. It's by Harney & Sons, a company from New York, but it's called Paris tea. They sell it at Barnes & Noble, that some students introduced me to. One of my students who went to Paris with her mom brought me back tea from this cafe, Angelina, which is a real like earthy, mellow, kind of light, fruity type of tea. It's not really fruity, it's just like a light citrus flavor along with vanilla and some other notes like that. It's in French. It's in French and English here. Fruit notes and flower petals, a round and balanced infusion. Des fruits exotiques et des délicats pétales de fleurs. I'm learning French on Duolingo, but I don't really speak it, and I'm sure I pronounce it incorrectly, but I think it's really cute having the tea from an actual cafe in Paris. Also, I mentioned the regular tea coupe was from London. My sister and my mom both gave me some gifts from Harrods Knightsbridge, which is a department store in London. Little mug, a tea bag holder for when you want to put your tea bag in there. One of my students says she really likes this tea, which is in a double-decker bus, Ahmad Tea of London. And so she gave me that once a couple years ago, and it's got still a few tea bags left in there. So kind of reminds me of the double-decker cart that Waluigi bus driver drives, right? And here, this is for Puffton. Shout out to Puffton. I've got my Dunkin's all butter Scottish shortbread. What I have the most trouble getting, because they don't have it in any grocery stores here, is like Scottish tablet. And Puffy, if you know how to get Scottish tablet, or we can work out some kind of a trade, if you have any advice for me, I would love to do that. But hope that you appreciate that I have my Dunkin's shortbread here, which I got at the local grocery store as an import. So the pastry items, the tea items, the donut items, all of those are things that I really like. And if we look into this pipe, which we're about to go into, let me get out here to go to the free pipe so I don't forget. If we look in there, you see that even though she is Rosalina Chef, she's driving these 2 pastry items. So in my heart, and I mean this in a good complimentary way, I'll always think of her as a pastry chef, even if she's carrying a cup of soup. Let's assume that it's a pot of like chocolate sauce instead or something. She's Rosalina Chef. Unfortunately, even though she has the giant banana, which is really cool to drive with, and even though I really love Rosalina, she is like counterfeited on all these courses by, on the very first course, which is the first course in ranked, she overlaps with Pink Shy Guy, who also has giant banana. So this is like a slap in the face. I don't know. It's not a slap in the face, but it's just, I would pull for her regardless. And I'm not upset that she has all city coverage, because we obviously knew she was going to have city coverage because it's a city tour. She'll get other non-city buffs later on, but I wish that she didn't have so much overlap with the other gals. Either she's overlapped so much with Rosalina Volendam and with all of the Toadettes, which I all have triple caps, like Penguin, Explorer, and Builder Toadette all share courses with her that knock out almost all of this coverage. I think the one where she's like best on for me is going to be like Paris Promenade 2, but it's in the Daisy Cup, and Daisy gets a cup boost. So like, I have Daisy at level 7. So there's one other, but I'm forgetting right now, where she's competing against a regular normal Pink Shy Guy who only have a level 4. So there is one course where she'd give me an upgrade, but that's out of 13 appearances that she has at level 6. And so I have the tickets to upgrade her straight to level 6, but unfortunately for this tour, she's probably going to sit on the shelf at level 1, just because I already have so many other drivers at level 6 on or level 5 Pink Ninja Shy Guy, but I can spend 3 tickets to take him to level 6, and then I'll have all these level 6 and 7 drivers on 12 out of her 13 ranked appearances, which it doesn't make sense. It's a shame, but I'm still going to pull for her because I really like her design, and I do plan to level her up. I'm just maybe not going to spend the tickets right away this tour, just in case I need some of those tickets, I don't know, in the next tour after this. These ones here, the Sweet Ride, which has a really cool look to it, which is like a pastry decorator. This one actually probably gives me the most immediate value, where it upgrades me on a lot of these courses during the current tour, including it's my only cart that I'm going to have on Berlin Byways, that first ranked course that I mentioned, which would be so nice to drive it with Pastry Chef, or I'm going to call her Pastry Chef, even though I know she's not. It'd be so nice to drive her with Pastry Chef Rosalina, but instead, probably end up being Pink Ninja Shy Guy. We'll see. Let's get back out of here. The other one is the Candlelight Flight Cake, and it does have some good upgrades. When it gets to level 6, it would technically right now it would upgrade me on Amsterdam Drift R, which the Daisy Glider showed up in my daily selects, and I was like, wait, let me check before I buy it, because that's like one of the few courses that the Daisy Glider helps me on, and I'm like, no, it overlaps with Candlelight Flight Cake. But what is worse, it actually overlaps with the Green Sprout. And I'm getting myself onto the Green Sprout gang and onto the Green Sprout train. So when I take the Green Sprout, I'll have that as, I won't need to upgrade the Candlelight Flight Cake to level 6. So unfortunately, I'll probably just be upgrading that to maybe level 4 or something, even though I really like its design too, and save some level up tickets for the Green Sprout glider in week 2. Because I am taking that Green Sprout to level 6, because that thing covers me on like every assumed value track that I don't have coverage for, and it's going to give me a bunch of upgrades on this current tour, including week 2 ranked cup. So we're going in for these 3 items. We will not stop after the free pulls, because I'm not stopping till we get all 3. The Bavarian themed items would be nice, but it's not essential. I could come back to them if I get the Green Sprout glider really quickly in week 2, but that's what we're going in for. Let's start with the free pipes. What do you say? Wish me luck, you guys. Hopefully this will be like a repeat of the Amsterdam pipe, but we'll see. 1 for free. Let's do it. It is a green pipe to start. And Iggy. Alright. It's a driver. That's something. I'm not going to do anything a reset about trying to guess whether the pipe is a good pipe or a bad pipe based on what comes out first. I'm just pulling until I get those 3 items that I'm looking for. So second pipe is a green pipe. And the Royale. Okay, it's a super. That's good. So maybe that's a good sign. I don't really know. I don't. I think it's basically random, but so let's go in here, and we are going to go to Fire 10. Let's do it. This is the most rubies I've ever had by then. Probably, maybe we'll ever have, or maybe we'll have another set of saving tours in the future. But 1,112. It all goes down from there, you guys. Right? Always goes down. Okay, it's green pipe. This is, I believe, a 9% high-end pipe since there are 6 spotlights and 3 standards. So it's possible you could see a fake green pipe in here, but we'll see. Pipe frame. Oh, all right, it is a fake green pipe, and that is a new glider for me, which actually has a lot of coverage, if I remember correctly. Maybe if Sydney comes around next tour, it would help there too. I'm not so sure, but that is one of the, has been on the top gliders list recently, so that's cool. Silver Surfmaster, Blooper Plus, I like that. Ah, okay, Baby Peach going to level 6. Some of these normal drivers are still getting leveled up to level 6 if they're not, if I haven't used them really. Paper glider, try and go quickly through the rest of these. Waluigi, took him to level 7 in the Wario vs. Waluigi tour because he was one of my ranked cup drivers. Okay, pipe frame gets leveled up too. So this is nice, we're getting some level ups out of this. Not that it brings them like that little tiny bit closer to level 8, which is like seems out of reach, right? Okay, cheap charger. So far we got a single fake pipe here. Okay, Iggy again after the free pipe. Be nice to get a double fake pipe. And it is, y'all! Alright, that's that new glider with a little cake, strawberry shortcake looking glider, candlelight flight cake. That's cool. Bob-on Plus, really glad to get that. Let's see if we can get these other 2 Rosalina themed items out pretty quick so I don't have to go too deep in this pipe. It'd be nice to save some rubies so I can go into next week's. And there you go. 2 in the first 10. Going in farther, guys. Second 10 pull. And it's a gold pipe. That's cool. Let's see. Now let me know in the comments if any of you guys are pulling on this pipe. All right. Okay. Cat Cruiser level up to level 3. That's cool. That's the standard cart that's in this gold pipe. That's in one of the 9 high ends. Let me know if you guys are pulling this pipe. I kind of feel like with the city track start and the amount of overlap she has, she may not be that popular even with the giant banana skill. Maybe even Volendam, for people who didn't get her the first time, might be more popular in the week 2 pipe now that they've seen what kind of coverage she's gotten. Wish me luck, you guys. Yes, y'all! All right. Please can we get this pastry icing cart soon here? That would be really nice. Rosalina Chef, you look so good. Got your little pan where I think you're making a pastry sauce, even though everyone else tells me soup. Nice color-themed hat with your apron and everything else. Giant banana skill, which is great. I just need a little more coverage out of you to convince me that I'm going to take you all the way to level 6, all right? Let's see in the next tour, can you improve on that coverage a little? So we've gotten 2 doubles so far. This is really cool. I was saying I kind of hope that maybe she'll be a little bit less popular, because sometimes if Nintendo sees that they're less popular originally, they give them more love with the buffs later on. To make people like wish they had pulled for that item, we hypothesize. So this has been a great pull so far, but let's hope that it keeps going. I am going to stay in until I get that sweet ride. That's actually, in this tour, that's the most helpful of the 3 items that I really want for me, is the sweet ride, the pastry icing cart. But certainly I was going to get those items anyway, just because I like them so much and I have the rubies to do so, as you saw. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it. I appreciate your support of the channel and my content. It's great getting to know some of you guys on your YouTube channels, and I appreciate that you came and took the time to see me too. So it's fun. It's fun being part of that community and getting to know other people who are enjoying the game. So I thought about doing a little like intro when I come on, like, oh good, a gold pipe, like, hey there Frenzy fans, hi diddly do, welcome to our channel. I'm a person, I love playing Mario Kart Tour, so I wanted to make a YouTube channel. I'm Arthur. You know, they normally go like, I'm Mark, Angela's brother, I'm Ryan, Angela's husband, I'm Crystal, Angela's sister. I'm Angela, but it would be just me, so it'd just be I'm Arthur. But, you know, I just ended up going straight into the video. It gives me something else to talk about, some other ideas for as we're going through these normals and supers here. Koopa Dasher up to level 7. All right, that's cool. Another normal item level up. Slowly, those normal items are getting to 8. You guys, wish me luck here. Can we really get that pastry icing cart? That would be the metaphorical icing on the cake, but I guess also the literal icing on the cake, since that's what type of cart it is. Need some luck here, you guys. Baby Mario, what's it gonna be? Did I already get a high end out of this pipe? I've been talking to you guys so much, I don't think so. The last couple I got a double and a double. I don't think it's come out of this pipe yet, but let's see. It would look silly if it did. Okay, it's a driver. So it's not the cart, but it's the other spotlight driver, Lederhosen. That's cool. All right, he's a nice Bavarian theme, even though we're not in Munich here, we're in Berlin, but it's still, he's a cool looking driver. All right, I think I've gotten 5 of the spotlights so far. I am not going to reset this pipe. I'm going in until I get that cart, and that is it. So let's hope for that Pastry Chef icing cart. It's a green pipe. You know, my odds are lower now that in the first 3 pulls I've gotten 5 out of the 9 spotlights. We could get some real green pipes here, but like I said, I have the rubies to do it. You got to make sure you have the rubies for what you want before you go in. That's a lesson that we've all learned playing this game. If you're a new player, it's a good thing to pay attention to how many rubies you have. If you really want to get one item for sure, you can't be sure you'll get it unless you have enough rubies to go in and get all the spotlights. So, keeping on going here. Morton. Ooh, he's got Giant Banana too. I've used him recently. I don't know if it was through a cup boost or maybe like one track that he's my top driver on still, but I feel like I get Wendy a ton, but she never levels up. She's here. Alright, Shy Guy. That's cool. Shout out to Shy Guy Kart. Enjoyed your premiere today, and I'm looking forward to if you do a blog this tour. Larry, he's a good sign. He's also cool because he's got the boomerang. Soda Jess getting pretty close to level 8. That's got a couple city tracks on it that if that levels up, that could be useful in a city tour. Alright, that was a green pipe. Mostly normals. I told you what the plan is, and we are sticking to the plan, y'all. We are going in until we get this icing glider. Could it be on this green pipe? This gold pipe. It's a gold pipe. I really like this artwork back here. The banana gliders, the red shell. Oh, okay. The gold pipe was maybe just for this driver. It's Funky Kong. Alright, Funky Kong. Shout out to Kevin Garrett. I'm not a huge fan of the Kongs, but I know a lot of you guys are, so alright, that's cool. He'll probably show up in a just in another random pipe or in the token shop or something like that at some point and go from 3.5 to 4, but I won't take him there myself because I'm sure he'll show up again, being in the standard high-end pool. Boop-a-doo. So that's like 6, or yeah, I think 6 out of the high-ends that are in here so far. You got the 2 of Luigi's items, the Fast Frank and the Pretzel Glider, and you got the 1 pastry item that I'm really going for, that Sweet Ride, left in there. 3 out of the 9. I am not resetting this pipe. I'm telling you, the number, you can have percentages of, oh, you're more likely to get high ends. I'm not going for high ends. I am going for that item. You reset the pipe, and that could be all the way at the bottom of the pipe again. So, we are staying in until we get that. Boop-a-doo. So it's kind of fun having a tour of all these city courses, isn't it? Like, on the one hand, Nintendo kind of goes to extremes. Like, we asked them, it was like, there's no boomerang high ends. Can we have some boomerang high ends? Suddenly, like, every driver they release is boomerang high ends. Then there's no giant banana high ends. And they're on, like, about a 6-month delay, too, because we were, like, noticing last fall, oh, there's no giant banana high ends. Now, suddenly, there's all these giant banana high ends coming in. So, another example of feast or famine. It's like, there's no city courses. They never recur. They only recur on specifically city tours. There's either no city courses, there's a new city course, or there's all city courses, like in the anniversary tour. And right now, there's all city courses. So I could see how it could be a little much to have all city courses, but at the same time, they have come back in the past so rarely that it's fun getting to race on them. And I really like the music for Berlin Byways, especially for Paris Promenade. I think that's very thematic music. I have been to London and Paris. I have not been to Amsterdam or Berlin, but it's fun to drive through places I've seen from London and Paris, and to drive by places that I haven't seen and just see like more what the city looks like in the other city tracks. I do hope that we get something like 4 city tracks again, or 4 you know, several different cities in the next tour also. I don't necessarily hope that it's all city tracks, but if it is, I would be okay with that, even if it means that my beloved pastry chef Rosalina driver is going to get more city buffs. Like, that's okay. She'll get some non-city buffs in the future. If she just has city buffs, I'll be happy to have her. I'll use her in multiplayer. I'll use her on city tracks when they come back. But I was not going to pass up the opportunity to get her for reasons that I explained earlier in the video. And I do enjoy driving on the city tracks, and I like hopefully I'll get to use her on more city tracks in the future, even if I don't pull the trigger and take her up in this tour. You guys have any particular thoughts about the city tracks? Yes! Alright, this is what I'm going for. Do you have any particular thoughts about the city tracks, or things you're looking forward to in this tour? What tracks that you like the most? I'd love to hear about it. One that I mentioned was I really like driving on the train tracks in Berlin 2RT, which did not come back in the anniversary, but it is back now. It was only like one time in the first Berlin tour on the very last cup. So look at that. What a cute cart. The sweet ride. It says sweet in icing on the front, and it's an icing tube you use to ice it. Those tires look nice and red. Look at that. Red and white. I love that color scheme. This is the one that I'm going to probably take up to level 6 right away, because I will end up using it on a lot of courses this tour. And I'm just excited about this tour. I know there's city tracks, but it'll get other tracks later on. And I've taken like 3 tours off because I was not excited about the doctors. I was traveling all during the cat and baby tour and not excited about the cats or the babies. But I am excited about these items, and I am excited about these tracks. You can play the game for the meta strategy of what's going to be the best on the assumed value and out of the coin box, or you can play the game for what you like. And I'm to some extent, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing the game for what I like. And this is what I like. You guys, can we all have some cake? Oh, it was the last in that 10 pull. That's cool. Okay, so as I said, I am not going to keep going in this pipe just for the pretzel or the fast frank. The fast frank's a little silly, in my opinion. It is kind of cute. It's a little silly. The pretzel is a little more good looking, in my opinion. I haven't even checked to see what coverage it gives me, because I'm sure I have coverage on most of the other courses, and I'm not going to have the tickets to take that one up. I'm going to be taking up maybe the Candlelight Flight Cake. Here, not that one. This one that I just pulled. And I'm certainly going to be taking up the Green Sprout Glider in week 2. So that's what my level tickets are dedicated to. I don't think I have any particular need to get the Pretzel Glider, but with there being 2 spotlights left in 38, that's not really that high of odds either. If I get the Green Sprout Glider really early in the week 2 pipe, I might come back and spend some rubies here, but I might also just leave those in the pipe. So those were the pipe pulls, you guys. Actually, before we go, let's just run once around the Berlin Byways track, because you can see I haven't run it yet. Let's run once around that with the new items, even though they're level 1. Rosalina, the Sweet Ride, and the Candlelight Flight Cake, or AKA, I'm going to call it Strawberry Shortcake Balloons. I usually use a finger glove. I don't have it. I usually race in landscape. I'm going to be racing in portrait, so I apologize. Oh, and as you can see, it's my first time racing on this track. So I have raced the T track earlier today, but I haven't raced on this track. Let's take a look. That looks nice. The Amsterdam was a little bit janky, like the quality of the renders of some of those buildings, but the Berlin track looks really nice. Carlos was saying on the stream earlier today that he really recognizes like where he's going, and it seems really realistic driving through that park and through that avenue too, in parts of the track here. So look at that, and look at the white on the Pastry tube glider kind of matching Rosalina's big chef hat, and you can trick off of these long sideways. But if they land on you, they'll kill you. So they're gonna smash you. So you gotta be careful to make sure they're down before you try and jump off of them. I can't really hear the music very much right now. I wish the music in this particular course would be louder, but this is a banger. Berlin Byways track. See if we can get some tokens here. Oh, there's the milk truck. Look, we just passed the milk truck. We got our pastry thing going. Can you imagine a little glass of that milk with your cake and your pastry that Rosalina's making? That would just be delightful. So let's get some giant bananas, y'all. Like, I have got 0 giant bananas. Well, maybe I got one. On this run. Certainly did not get the frenzy. Oops. Wasn't sure which way I was going there. Put some tokens here. This is a cool looking track, and like I said, the soundtrack is great. We're gonna go the other way now. I think we went to the left the first time. This is what it looks like to the right. Is there a shortcut there? I'm not sure. There's a shortcut on the left, but it's not very short. Some tokens. That milk truck. I love that little cow on the milk truck. That's so cute. This is a really nice course. Oh, okay, of course. Leader bomb. Can't let them win their first race through here. Nice job, Rosalina. You rock. Look at that. Alright, that was fun, you guys. Look at, I love that. Just, you see at the end, when you see from right ahead with the sweet written in icing across the Sweet Rider glider. These are going to be some fun items to drive with. And like I said, the Sweet Rider, that cart, or see, I said glider, I meant cart. That's going to be the most useful to me in this current tour. So I'm looking forward to racing with that a lot. Alright. Those were the pipe pulls, you guys. Thanks for sticking around with me to race once around that track. I will probably catch you later in the tour. Maybe we'll do a token pulls and if I can get the tokens in time when I pull for the green sprout glider too. If not, we'll see. But I will catch you later. Enjoy the Metropolitan Tour.